There was a time when we could hear hearts before we heard ringtones, when the sound of laughter filled the air more often than the buzz of messages. Today, we scroll through lives but forget to live ours. We share emojis, not emotions. We post stories but forget to listen to real ones. Somewhere along the way, we began moving faster, but feeling less. And in that speed, we misplaced something priceless: the quiet strength called empathy. Those days, life was slower, but hearts were fuller. There was time to listen, time to care. A meal wasn't complete unless everyone was fed. A festival wasn't celebrated unless the neighbors joined in. Our grandparents didn't teach empathy in words. They lived it in silence. When they shared their meal with a guest, when they stayed awake to listen to someone's pain, when they gave blessings instead of advice. In those moments, we learned what humanity meant, not through lessons, but through living. We grew up seeing how love needed no language. A look, a touch, a helping hand, that was enough. When one child cried, the neighbors came out to comfort them. When a family went through loss, the whole street stood by them, cooking meals, offering support, and sitting together in silence. Empathy wasn't rare. It lived in every home, every heart that cared a little more than it had to. It was in the way water was offered before words were spoken, in how people paused their work to listen, really listen. No one called it emotional intelligence. It was just being human. Now we have everything, and yet we feel less connected than ever. We measure our worth by followers, not by the hands we hold. We celebrate success, but forget to celebrate kindness. We talk about mental health, but rarely ask, are you truly okay? The world grew smarter, but did it grow warmer? In our race for progress, we left behind the human touch, the pause, the patience, the presence. Somewhere deep down, we all miss it. The warmth of being understood without words. The comfort of someone sitting beside us in silence saying, I'm here. Maybe the world feels cold sometimes, but that's why your warmth matters even more. When you care, when you listen, when you show kindness, you remind the world what love feels like. We can't change everything overnight, but we can start right where we are. At home, in school, at work, with one kind word, one gentle act, one honest smile. That's how empathy comes back, not through big speeches, but through small hearts. Empathy isn't old-fashioned. It's the most powerful thing we have. It doesn't need money, it doesn't need status. It just needs a heart that's willing to feel. Because the world doesn't need more smart people, it needs more kind ones. So next time, before you scroll, before you judge, before you speak, just ask, how can I understand them better? That small question can change the world. Empathy, the power that makes us truly human, by Spiritual Reality.
If this story touched your heart, take a moment to share it, because empathy grows when we pass it on. Let's remind the world that kindness still matters. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Spiritual Reality.